there, but just try that try 400. It seems a lot quieter. I get away from that splatter from 401 lower side project. I'll try down 10, 27 400.
Okay.
Mobile, Western England.
2 Division, UDX 483, South Carolina.
UDX 483, South Carolina, long time no speak. Yeah, came pretty good that time, 5 and 7. Go away. It's the same person who seems to be continuously transmitting on 415. Nobody seems to talk back to him. That's strange, but there you go, it takes all time. Yeah, nice to hear you again. What can I tell you? It's about 15 minutes to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been on here on the radio for about 45 minutes. It's a cloudy, overcast, and dry day. A bit cloudy and miserable looking, but totally dry. Very little wind, maybe 5 miles an hour of breeze. And it's the coldest day we've had of this fall. Getting close to winter here now. And it's about plus 11, 12 centigrade. Somewhere about 52 to 54 degrees Fahrenheit, guys.
Roger, David. I actually I was trying to chase a bleed over. That's when I found you. I'm thinking it's somewhere in between channels because every now and then I'd hear it on you, so I'd go to try to find it. I never actually found it. I'm actually getting some here as well. I'm guessing from 405, but yeah, not enough to really worry about. But yeah, it's 7:45 a.m. here in the States, where I am on the edge of America. Sitting at probably what's 60 degrees? I think it's about 16 Celsius. A few days ago, we had our first bout of cold, which took us down to 0 Celsius. Yeah, was not nice at all, but it's going to be back up, and we'll be about 75 degrees Fahrenheit today. I'm not sure where that is. I think that's about 35, but anyway, I need to get my darn weather station out here so I can just look at it and tell you, but definitely good to hear you again, David, and I'm guessing you're still using the 6 Pro?
President radio and then a President Washington too. I've been buying two of these type of Chinese radios in the last 12 months. I didn't buy any for years, and then I got a bit of a bug there, and I bought them all off a friend who's a local radio dealer, lives about 4 miles away. Last December I bought the Anytone Quad 6 Pro, and then I bought this one in about May of this year, which is the President Washington number 2. Remember the old Washington was a base station? Well, in their wisdom, they decided to make it a mobile this time, and mobile, as they say on your side, a Washington 2 mobile there, and that's what I'm on here. So, yeah, I've been buying a few radios there. Normally, I'm on one of my old beats there, but when I bought that Anytone Quad 6 Pro, I thought this is very good, and then I seen the Washington 2, and I thought I'd get one of those to try. So that's what I'm on, Washington 2, 10, 11 meters, I said 12 meter 2, about 24.7, so just over 30 megs, I think. It's on a soft microphone. It's an 80-watt radio on sideband, 50 on FM. But I'm just running it on relatively low power here. And it's my old 2-pill RM amplifier I've used for about the last 6 years. It gives me about 150 or 60 watts. It's a quarter-wave stainless steel 102-inch width there. So that's what we're using on this side at this time, I guess.
Roger that. Yeah, that Washington, it's a nice radio. We have it available over here, but I don't think it's quite as nice as what you get over there. Now that 6 Pro, you can actually get 15 meters out of that with a with a modification, which I don't think you're interested in that. But yeah, the both of those are really nice radios for sure.
Yeah, Roger on that. Yeah, I had the Quad 6 Pro of my friend's local radio dealer. I got back in December. That was, I don't know, in US dollars, it was probably about $210 back here last December. The Presidents tend to be more expensive for some reason. I think because they give the extra guarantee. They got a standard guarantee of 2 years, and then if you do a thing with the dealers there, which doesn't cost you anything. I've got the details here, but I can't remember exactly what you do. You can get another 3 years, so you can get 5 years, 5 years free backup cover on these Presidents. That's probably, you're paying for that in the extra price. I just wanted the radio. And over here, I transfer roughly US dollars. This is more expensive. It's probably about $330, $340 for the Washington 2. And I paid about $210 equivalent for the Quad 6 Pro. There you go.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's the same thing here. The Presidents are tremendously more expensive than the Anytones. You know, the Anytones and the other brands that are marketed, the Anytones marketed as other brands or whatever the case may be. Yeah. President likes their radios a whole lot more.
About this Washington 2, unlike the Quad 6 Pro, the Quad 6 Pro, the one thing they could have done with is a thermostatic fan on there, just charged a few more, got $2 more. It does get very hot there, even though I use a relatively low power controlled by 2-pill RM amplifier, it gets very hot. Now this Washington 2, the price, like I said to you, I paid, that included the 2 President optional fans, twin cooling fans, which work thermostatically, which of course is standard on HF amateur equipment, but a bit more unusual on 10-11 meter stuff. So I got the twin fans. I left the dealer fit it because then you still got your warranty. So that price I said about $330, $40 included the 2 fans. Fitted by the dealers there, and that works really well. They pop in and out nicely. You can alter the temperature range too that the fan comes in at for the menu. So that's quite a nice feature, unusual in these type of radios. And it barely gets warm. It barely gets warm at all with that fan popping in and out there on the twin fan. So I went for that too. I thought it was quite a nice little feature for this type of radio game.
Yeah, that is for sure. It really is. I like that, and it looks good as well. I've got fans on mine. Can't remember the brand name on it, but it's a little USB fan I picked up, and I had some Lexan that was from a light display, and the bottom end of it was rounded. Not completely rounded. It was a rectangle with radius bends on it, and it just happened to be just about the perfect size to slide over the back side of a radio. So I used a piece of that and made a little housing that slides over the back of my Quad 5 Plus, and got the USB fan in on that. Of course, it runs constantly, and it's probably a lot noisier than what the President fans are. It doesn't make a lot of noise. You know, nobody will ever hear it, but I hear it when I power it on.
Yeah, you can hear these ones, because there's 2 of them side by side. Of course, it's right here by my ear hole. It's about, God, barely 18 inches. The way it's positioned, the radio here, and me sitting in the front of the car, it's barely about 18 inches away. But it's not deafening, you know. It ain't going to give you a headache. And nobody said on the other side that they hear them going away. So I a while for the extra bit of money just will allow them and have them fitted, and then I keep the warranty intact. So there you go. But I just fancied the President radio because I'd had a number of good President CB radios over the years, but they'd all been second hand. They had a number of years on them. They worked okay, but I just had this thing that I wanted to buy a new one there. So, you know, you get these ideas in your head, don't you, there? And, yeah, Roy, the guy Roy there, the local dealer, he don't mind like that there, but, yeah, there you go there. So there we are, but I wish the sun would come out. It wouldn't be a bad day if the sun would come out. Originally, they said there would be some sun today, but I think it's going to be 10 minutes before it gets dark here. I don't know when it gets dark on your side now, but because we live quite far north here, a lot of people don't realise how far north we live. I'm in the most southerly part of mainland England you could get, and I'm still 50 degrees north. Well, you look on the map there, on the atlas and stuff, and that's a lot further north than the majority of Canada. So it's luckily, when you think of that, our temperatures are the cold compared to South Carolina could be a whole lot colder. It's the Gulf Stream that takes the edge off the cold. Today's the coldest day we've had this fall, and it's about 52 to 54 Fahrenheit. Earlier in the week, and for the previous couple of weeks, it had been from the low to mid-60s Fahrenheit, which is good for England at this time of year. Yeah, so that's the thing. But what I was going to say, distract myself then, is it gets dark here quite early now because we're relatively far north compared to you guys. By about 5 o'clock at the moment, it's pretty dark. By about past 5, 10 minutes after 5, it's totally black dark, you know. And it'll get down in December there near Christmas, and it'll be more or less totally dark at about 4:30. And in the morning, by then it'll be like, you don't get the daylight till about 8:30 in the morning, and by 4:30 in the afternoon it's dark again. So when it gets down near Christmas, we get down to just about 8 hours of daylight here again.
Wow. Yeah, we with the time changes, we have this daylight savings time, which was designed for the farmers so that they could start the day earlier and work through the or they wouldn't have to get up, whatever it was. Anyway, they extend they shift the time forward during the summertime, and it stays light until nearly 9 o'clock. But the standard time, which it is right now, yeah, it gets dark probably around about 5:30, and it'll start getting light around 7 o'clock. So we get a fair amount of daylight hours, but yeah, it does get dark on us sooner, and I hate it. I would rather I'd rather go to work in the dark and have it light during the day, you know, at the end of the day, than to go to work with the full, you know, sun is over the up over the horizon, and I'm coming home at night, you know, in the dark, can't do anything, you know, after that. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll keep on rolling, and it is what it is. Well, we're gonna send it back to you, David, and I hate to cut it short, but I need to get in the house and get a few things done. I came out here to warm up the radio and scan the band to see if I found anybody out here, and lo and behold, I found my friend David, World Radio 001. That's always a pleasure, man. And I've had you about 5'7" the whole time. When I first found you, I think you were up around about 5'8", but you were speaking with the other gentleman, and obviously I wasn't going to jump in there. Back to you.
Averaging the 5 and 7 all of the time. But bearing in mind I'm not receiving you with a big antenna, I would say that's very good. You know, I get some people when they say, some of the big stations on your time, they say, I give them a good signal report, and some of them say, oh, I thought it'd be a little bit more. I said, yeah, but I've got an antenna like you, because receiving quite sensitive, like, they're sort of okay. They're a bit upset before that, like, you know. Okay, I'll let you go. Do what you need to do. I think I've got the operation anyway, so I'll try to tell loads of them if they're trying to get some big money, try and get somebody else. So I'll say 73, enjoy the day. Thanks for a nice conversation up the raw side. Union 483, Whiskey Radio 001, David, Cornwall, Western England, and the mobile. Bye-bye, thank you.
Roger, David. It was definitely a pleasure to talk with you again, and we'll look forward to the next time. Actually, you dropped down about a 5-3 on that last over, but we're coming back up, so it might have been time for it to be over anyway. But again, yeah, definitely good to talk to you again, David. 26 World Radio 001, Whiskey Radio 001, David. Always good to talk with you, and we'll do it again real soon. 2 UDX 483, we'll say 73s, 51s, and ciao, ciao, my friend.